Welcome to Mind Market Value, where we explore the hidden psychology behind your daily choices and financial behaviors in depth. Have you ever looked around your home and wondered why you own so many things that you simply never use? We live in an era where acquisition is celebrated, yet our satisfaction levels seem to drop with every new purchase. This paradox is not accidental. It is the result of deep psychological triggers and a market designed to exploit them. Today, we are going to dissect the reasons why we buy what we do not need and how to stop. It starts with biology, specifically a neurotransmitter called dopamine, which is the driving force behind our desire and reward system. When you see something you want, your brain anticipates a reward, releasing dopamine before you even make the actual purchase. The anticipation of the reward is often much more pleasurable than the possession of the item itself, creating a loop. This is known as the hedonic treadmill, where we constantly pursue new items to maintain a baseline level of happiness. Once the excitement fades, the dopamine levels drop, and we are left looking for the next quick fix to buy. There's a famous historical concept explaining this behavior called the Diderot effect, named after the French philosopher Denis Diderot. Diderot received a beautiful new robe, but he soon realized that his other possessions looked ugly and old in comparison. He began replacing everything he owned to match the robe, eventually falling into debt and losing his peace of mind. We do the same thing today. Buying a new couch leads to new pillows, a new rug, and new lamps. This chain reaction of consumption ensures that one purchase is never enough. It is just the invitation to spend more. Beyond biology, we must look at the social pressure that drives us to curate an identity through material possessions. We use products to signal our status to others, hoping to prove that we are successful, modern, and worthy. However, buying things to impress people we do not even like is a quick way to financial and emotional bankruptcy. Social media accelerates this envy, showing us a highlight reel of everyone else's life, making us feel constantly inadequate. This comparison creates a void that we try to fill with products, believing that the right purchase will fix us. Marketing plays a huge role here, specifically through a strategy known as planned obsolescence, designed by major manufacturing companies. Products are intentionally designed to break, slow down, or go out of style after a specific period of time. This forces consumers to replace items that should have lasted for years, contributing to massive waste and continuous spending. Fast fashion is the worst offender, creating 52 micro-seasons a year to make your current wardrobe feel outdated immediately. We buy cheap clothes because they are affordable, but we end up spending more replacing them than buying quality items. This is the poverty boot theory. Being unable to afford quality keeps people trapped in a cycle of buying trash. Credit cards detach the pain of paying from the pleasure of buying, making spending feel like a harmless, abstract game. When you use cash, you feel the loss immediately, but plastic cards delay that reality until the end of the month. Emotional spending is another major trap. We shop when we are bored, sad, lonely, or even when we are hungry. Retail therapy is a real coping mechanism, using the shopping high to temporarily numb negative emotions or fill a void. But just like a sugar rush, the feeling crashes quickly, leaving you with less money and the same unresolved problems. Marketers use scarcity tactics to trigger our fear of missing out, bypassing our logical brain to force a quick decision. When we see a timer ticking down, our fight or flight response kicks in, making us buy to avoid losing out. Even the layout of stores is a trap, placing essential items at the back to force you past impulsive temptations. The checkout aisle is the final gauntlet, designed to break your willpower when you are tired and waiting in line. Color psychology is also at play. Red creates urgency and hunger, while blue creates trust and a sense of security. Every sensory detail in a retail environment is engineered to lower your defenses and open your wallet without you noticing. So how do we break this cycle? It begins with awareness and pausing before every single purchase you intend to make. Implement the 30-day rule. If you want something, wait 30 days. If you still want it, then consider buying it. You will find that for most items, the urge to buy fades away completely after just a few short days. Calculate the cost in hours of your life. Is that new phone really worth 2 weeks of your hard labor? Viewing money as time energy changes your perspective. It makes you value your freedom more than the shiny new object. Unsubscribe from marketing emails and unfollow influencers who make you feel like your current life is not good enough. Remove the triggers from your environment. If you do not see the sale, you will not feel the need to buy. Shift your focus from material goods to experiences. Memories of a trip or a hike last longer than a gadget. Invest in relationships and skills. These are assets that appreciate over time, whereas consumer goods depreciate the moment you pay. True contentment comes from within, not from an external source that can be bought, sold, or broken by accident. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Repair things instead of replacing them to build a connection with your items. Minimalism is not about having nothing. It is about making space for what truly matters by removing the excess distractions. When you stop buying things you don't need, you reclaim your money, your time, and your mental clarity. Your choices also impact the planet. Every item not bought is resources saved and waste prevented from entering our oceans. We are drowning the world in plastic and junk because we have been tricked into believing that consuming is living. By choosing less, you are voting for a sustainable future and a healthier society that values people over profits. Financial freedom is the ultimate luxury. Having savings gives you options that no designer handbag can ever provide you. There is a power in saying no. It is an act of rebellion against a system designed to keep you poor. Imagine a life where you are defined by your character and actions, not by the brands you wear or own. The best things in life really are free, or at least they do not require a credit card to enjoy. Start tracking your spending. Awareness is the first step to breaking the trance of unconscious consumption and taking back control. You will be amazed at how much wealth you can build simply by plugging the leaks in your daily spending habits. Curate your life. Keep only what serves a purpose or brings you joy, and ruthlessly eliminate the rest without guilt. Giving away what you do not need is liberating. It benefits others and lightens the heavy load on your soul. Freedom is not the ability to buy whatever you want, but the ability to not want things you do not need. Ask yourself, what are you really trying to buy? Is it love, security, status, or a distraction from yourself? You are enough, just as you are. No product can add to your value as a human being on this earth. Let the ripples of this new mindset spread to other areas of your life, creating a calmer, more focused existence. Turn off the noise. The advertisements are shouting at you because they are afraid you will wake up and stop buying. Educate yourself. The more you know about how the system works, the less likely you are to be a victim. Teach the next generation. Our children learn from our habits, not our lectures. Show them that happiness is not purchased. Patience is a lost art in our instant gratification society. Relearn the joy of waiting and working for what you want. Value craftsmanship over brand names. A handmade item carries the soul of the maker, unlike a mass-produced factory object. Support local and ethical businesses. If you must spend, put your money where it builds your community, not corporate giants. Respect the lifespan of objects. Using something until it is truly worn out is a badge of honor, not shame. Learn basic repair skills. Sewing a button or gluing a shoe sole saves money and reduces your dependency on stores. Use shared resources. Libraries, tool rentals, and community centers allow you to use things without the burden of owning them. Borrow before you buy. Most tools are used for less than 20 minutes in their entire lifetime. Share with neighbors. Digital clutter is real too. Clean your digital space to reduce anxiety and the constant bombardment of targeted digital advertisements. Mindfulness is the antidote to consumerism. When you are present, you do not need to buy things to escape reality. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. It is impossible to feel lacking when you are actively appreciating your blessings. Create traditions that do not revolve around gifts. Time together is the most precious gift you can give your family. Confidence comes from competence and character. No brand logo can give you the self-respect that you earn through your actions. Nature does not try to sell you anything. Spend more time there to reset your dopamine receptors and find balance. It takes courage to step off the treadmill. You might feel odd at first, but soon you will feel free. Time is the only non-renewable resource. Do not trade it for plastic junk that will end up in a landfill. Travel light through life. The less baggage you carry, both physical and emotional, the further and faster you can go. In the end, nobody wishes they had bought more stuff. They wish they had loved more and lived more fully. The things you own end up owning you. They require cleaning, insuring, storing, and worrying about. Let them go. Open your life to new possibilities that do not involve consumption. Create, explore, learn, love, and build something of value. Creation is the opposite of consumption. When you are busy creating, you feel no need to consume what others make. Be a conscious objector to the upgrade culture. If it still works, keep using it until it absolutely falls apart. Quality over quantity, always. One good coat that lasts 10 years is cheaper and better than 10 cheap coats. Read the labels. Understand materials. Know what you are buying so you are not fooled by shiny marketing and packaging. Participate in the circular economy. Buy secondhand. Sell what you don't need, and keep items in circulation longer. There is dignity in maintenance. Caring for your possessions shows respect for the energy and resources that went into them. Protect your attention. It is the most valuable currency you have, and every advertiser is fighting to steal it from you. Reconnect with your body. Often we buy things to adorn our bodies because we have lost touch with how they feel. Simple food, simple clothes, simple living. Complexity often breeds stress, while simplicity breeds peace and ease of mind. Slow down. Fast consumption is a symptom of a fast life. Slowing down allows you to see what is essential. The most expensive things in the world cannot buy the feeling of a deep breath of fresh air in nature. Security is a feeling, not a product. Money in the bank provides more security than a house full of gadgets. If you have the urge to spend it on others. Helping someone in need provides a lasting dopamine boost. Every day is a new opportunity to choose differently. You are not bound by your past habits or purchases. Take back your power. Decide today that you will no longer be a puppet for marketing campaigns and corporations. Look at your space now. Imagine it clear, open, and ready for living, not just for storing things you bought. Embrace the art of doing nothing. You do not need to be productive or consuming to justify your existence here. Break the chains of desire. When you want nothing, you have everything, and you are truly free in this world. Choose a lifestyle that sustains you, not one that drains you. Your life is too precious to be spent shopping. This is the end of the script that society wrote for you. Now it is time to write your own. You have the tools, the knowledge, and the power. The next time you reach for your wallet, remember this: awareness, intentionality, and freedom. Keep these three words in your mind as you navigate the marketplace of the world. The sky is the limit when you are not weighed down by the heavy anchors of unnecessary material possessions. Step back and see the bigger picture. Your life is a tiny spark in the universe. Make it burn bright. We want to hear from you. What is one thing you regret buying, and what did it teach you? Thank you for watching Mind Market Value. Please subscribe to join us on this journey towards smarter, more conscious living.